New at 11, a shakeup in the town of Wallace tonight. New interim leaders are named after an emergency meeting was called today. According to the town manager, some ongoing personnel issues were impacting morale and volunteers. And after the retirement of the previous chief, the town wanted to step in and help. Officials say Wayne Rich, a retired volunteer, was appointed interim chief, and Archie Carter will serve as assistant chief. We're working to get pictures of the men the town says have decades of experience. Now, to read more about what happened today, look for this story on your WECT News app.